We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready, break!
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack. Yeah,
when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd and inches, Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Walton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Walton. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Walton. He'll get this down to the 38. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Walton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down. It's Walton. They juked him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jermaine Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Tag team tight. Mustang 19, Buffalo 18.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Donald Carroll from 6 yards away. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Up the middle they go. Walton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
Raheem Mostert,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Going for the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
This taken in at the goal line.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. To throw, here's Willis. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Walton, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out of the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Walton.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Walton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Willis will look to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Trayvon Walker, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at the 48-yard line. Ready, set!
On first down, it's Walton, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 38, Willis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And now here's another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 4th and goal. Cowboys!
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it is 28-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Walton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Walton, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down now, it's Walton. The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
From the 24, Willis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Flushed out right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards in the first.
Play action. Here's Willis. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
On second down, Mostert.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to